Welcome to Legacy Conversations, a channel where we preserve military memories and history.
Hello everyone, it's Koos here. Who else? I've posted gearing up for going to South Africa the other day, or yesterday probably. And since then, quite a few of you have been asking me privately and publicly when exactly we are in Pretoria or places like that, because you would like to meet. Of course, there's a standing invitation to meet anybody. I mean, I really like speaking to people. It's always very interesting to me. You meet a man and you speak to him. And you actually become friends online. You see him in the screen. You've got no idea how big or small that fellow is. Some of them are, especially the 3-2 people, are flipping huge people. I mean, they're big, solid men, they're big people. And then others are a little bit smaller, but they're as tough as nails. It is very fascinating for me to see this. And so it seems that on the 8th of December, the 8th of December, there's something happening in Pretoria. I have to thank Dr. Stefan Rollings, the plastic surgeon of 7med. He said to me, Koos, why don't we meet at a certain place called Morgenzon or something like that? I'll put the details in, for lunch. And then he said he will invite a few of the 7med members, and if I want to invite a few people, we can all get together. It's really not like a function. There's no event, There's not, like, as far as I know, any speeches or anything like that. But Rebecca and myself will be there, as well as, I suppose, the 7med people, and whoever else wants to come. We did invite a few Special Forces members as well. I don't know who's going to come or not. Commanders, the people, the legacy people, the ones you've seen here. And it was in Pretoria, around about Pretoria, and it's just a nice get-together. How it works is you arrive, and I don't have a time. I will get that and follow up with that, or perhaps you can just ask Anita. I will leave her details here. I'll tell her, and then she can just arrange. But it's informal. You arrive, whatever clothes you have when you go to a lunch at a place like that. I've never been there, but I hear they've got very good food. They even might have vegan food for Rebecca and myself. Otherwise, we'll be eating, I suppose, slop chips and salads. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't affect you. And it's reasonably priced. And that's the thing. I mean, each guy just pay for yourself, whatever you eat and drink. And so it's like a bring and buy with your wallet, I suppose. And I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of people I would like to see and meet. The thing is, guys, we are so on a time pressure there that it is just amazing. There's so many people who wants to meet with us, so many things to do. And it's hard for me to say no, If somebody says, Koos, we have to record this fellow because he is now saying Cape Town or he is somewhere, and you are there, let's just see if we can grab him. We have to, because people are dying out. And then also the museums. I don't know how long these museums are still going to exist, They don't get any state funding. There's no pride in our history amongst those in charge at the moment. They don't care. It's always sad to me, if you walk in other countries, you see this absolute magnificent museums, well maintained, well supported, and just holding a proud history together. And then sadly, I think in South Africa, we will have to stand up and be counted now like we were counted before. And we're going to do that. Every museum which I'm going to record, I will ask for contributions, or that doesn't need to be money. You can just go and volunteer your time. Perhaps you can go and help them clean a mirage or clean a whatever, It's always nice to be with these old machines, and you sit there and you think, wow, I wonder where this thing flew and what this did, or who sat on this ejection seat or on the tanks, or did this thing ever fire in anger, or where does it come from? I mean, where does this T-72 tank, which I know they have there at the Armour Museum in Bloemfontein, where does that thing come from? And it's a mean-looking machine. It's a brilliant design. You know, it's so much better to see these things with your own eyes than to see it in pictures. But anyway, so we're going to record all of these things, and that makes it very hard for me to meet everybody, but I want to meet everybody. And guys, I don't know when I'm going to South Africa again. It might be a yearly thing. We are talking that Fossey and myself do like a roadshow, where we actually go out, same story, record, and then we invite people to come as an audience, something like that. Yeah, we're seriously thinking in that way, but that's for the year after and the year after that. I know that in 2026 there's something major happening with 32 Battalion as well at Buffalo Base, because I think it's their 50th year. Also, good news is we've got permission, it seems, touch wood, but it's very positive to record the Special Forces Museum at Spescop. Now, that is a great privilege. I didn't even know they had a museum there, never mind that they would allow somebody there with a camera. But we're definitely going to do that if at all possible. And as you've seen in the gearing up, we're using the best equipment that we can afford. And which brings me now to this story is that you wouldn't believe, Rebecca and myself, we have these Oppo phones, very, very good phones. It's not the highest spec phones, but you know what, for us, more than good enough. And then they wouldn't work. They just wouldn't work with these remote lavalier mics. And it's very, very important that you get good sound. I understand that, but once again, when people start criticizing the videos for sound, I do get severely pissed off unless that guy has actually wrote out a check to buy me proper sound and equipment, and since no one did it, except the Patreons, I have to say, Patreons, it's your money, which is being used here to further our military history. Unless they've actually contributed, their opinion really doesn't count for me. I mean, you should rather keep quiet, you're not paying for this. And we can never ask money for it. I know there's this horrible rumor out there that you have to pay to be on Legacy. I don't know who spread these things. You know, we've made our enemies through the years. It's not on purpose. I don't walk around. None of us do to make enemies. Sometimes we make decisions which people don't agree with. I understand that, and I respect that. But spreading rumors around about Legacy and you know, things like that is not helping the history. Really, guys, it doesn't. If it's a personal matter which somebody has against me personally, then let us talk it out like men, man. Let us not, or just ignore it. I mean, if you don't want to be on the show, or you don't want to be part of a show, or you feel you are alienated for some reason, then just leave, just go. There's no need to, you know, to make sure that the enemy actually gains a victory, because the people who could have talked now won't talk because they say, well, you know what, I'm not going to spend money to talk. I fully understand that. I know where you come from, man. It is like 100% correct. So we had these Oppo phones and they wouldn't work with these mics, and so we upgraded to Samsung Galaxy phones. Rebecca and myself, it works fantastically well. And then it stopped working with these type of microphones. And so I upgraded once again with even better mics, which cost quite a bit more money, which I use with a big camera, with a Canon, and I bought another box of those to use with the Samsungs. Now the idea is when we record, say a tank or something, or whatever vehicle or aircraft, we use a big Canon, and then we will take the shots from the outside. But once we get inside these vehicles, if allowed, I'm just going to take this very Oppo, which I'm recording on now, because it's got a big hard disk, you know, 256 gigs. And I'll just record with them and these smaller types of mics, which is less intrusive. Because there's nothing hanging from it. It's like all together. And that's my idea. And then we'll combine this, and Fossey will then edit for us so that we can get these things together. Now, don't be in too much of a rush to get the videos, guys. You cannot expect Fossey to work over the festive season on Legacy things. He's got a big family, and he's a granddad, and a dad, and his husband, and he's got lots of other things going on as well. And we've got enough videos out on Legacy anyway till February, as we sit here. So you can just follow it. For you who's watching the videos, you wouldn't even know. You'll just see the videos come up all the time. But the ones of being in South Africa will probably not come live till about February. We just need that time. There's many videos being done like that. Anyway, so yesterday we went to Central. It is like a big mall here in Phuket. And man, I've never seen a mall that big in my life. It's about, I think, 20 times Sandton City. It is enormous. It's so big they have an aquarium on the bottom. And then it goes up. Man, it is magnificent. And if you want to buy proper equipment like computers and laptops and these type of things, that's where you go. They have these little kiosks. It's not like a bazaar. It's more like a formal shop, and you get like your guarantee and your backup, and you are sure you're not wasting money. Because sometimes the last 2 weeks I had to return 3 different hard disk external drives which I bought online. Because they arrived 4 terabyte big, but the problem with them is that they are formatted in something I've never seen before. It's called exFAT, EXFAT, which means it works on both Apple as well as on Windows. Now, we're too poor to use Apple, man. We use Windows. And it's slow. Wow, it is so slow. You can transfer images and files there at about 20 meg a second. Now, I need at least 100 megs a second, because guess what? These videos of us is easily 5 gigabits big by the time we finish the editing and upload them to YouTube or Rumble. And Odyssey just let me know today that's the alternative channel to Rumble and YouTube. Odyssey just wrote me a letter last night to say to me that YouTube has banned them as well. So how it works is that if you load something on YouTube, then they will automatically load it over to Rumble and Odyssey and other places. It's called syndication. And YouTube just decided, nah, they're not doing that. We didn't even tell Rumble about it. I didn't know it. When we moved to Rumble, we we had to load about 200 videos by hand. So I'm very grateful that Odyssey has told me about this. No one goes to Odyssey, I must tell you. Nobody even knows where Odyssey is. But for me, that is the ultimate backup. You know, should something go wrong at YouTube, as I think it will, when we don't just have Rumble only, we have Odyssey too. And I understand that Telegram is now going to become something like YouTube. And if that happens, I'm moving everything to Telegram as well. Why? You know, I would rather be intercepted by the Russians than by the Americans. Just that simple. None of these things on the internet are not intercepted. In January, 26 January, you guys are going to see where we start speaking to a military intelligence or covert operations. Start talking to a man who infiltrated the far right in South Africa in the 1990s. And we'll hear his story. So we know that there's all sorts of things going on. Like I always say to you, it's actually a bit of a joke to me, but I know about 23 different intelligence agencies who's closely watching what we do on Legacy. Why they don't just reach out to me and ask me questions or tell me what they're looking for, I don't know. But then I wouldn't help the Western intelligence agencies anyway. There's just no way I'll help them. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is I walked into the mall yesterday, I was doing something else. I had this phone and I had the microphones. And I say, wow, here's an Oppo workshop. And so I walk in and a youngster there speaks very decent English, very respectful people. Good morning, sir. Can we help you? Swatika. Good morning to you. Yeah, you can help me. I can't get this thing to work. Guys, we're getting old. We're getting old. I always thought of myself as fairly technically advanced. Because I love computers and things, man. That's fascinating to me. I built our own networks here and do all the updates and upgrades and all those things. But it took this guy less than 7 seconds, man. 7 seconds, and he had this thing sorted out, and apparently it's working because I tested it there in the mall and it's working. So with Oppo, you have to go to settings, and then you go to sound, and then you go to advanced, and then you click add on microphone or something. And unless you do that setting, this thing will not work with an external microphone. But I'm very happy because if this works out the way we think it works out, thank God, then we have this extra phone. Then I don't need to worry about somebody calling me in between while I'm busy with the recording. We can use this very phone then. It's got an excellent camera, excellent phone, and we can record all those things for you. I'm really excited about it, guys. And once again, let me say here at the end, and thank you for listening this far. I always say to you, I'm not going to be long, but I'm a bit, well, man, I'm an attorney by profession. I speak a lot. I get paid to speak. But actually, I like speaking to you people, especially the Patreons. So remember now, on the 8th of December, we have this thing at Morgenzon or something. Morgenzon, something like that. I will put the details and links in here. Each guy pays for himself. You're welcome to bring your wife with, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whatever you bring. Informal. I don't think, I say again, there'll be speeches or anything like that. There will be, I hope, senior officers. And you see, now I'm called now, and it can only be my lovely wife. Yes. Oh, I have to press another button, huh? Hello? I'm recording. Damn right, I'm in my studio.
Okay, I didn't know that. Sorry. I'm like, what happened to him? Anyway, I'm going up to my bouncy room.
Okay, I'm about finished anyway. Hey, bye. Love you. Now you see, when you live in a place as big as this, and you disappear, the wife has to call you to find out where you are. Of course, I'm here on the 3rd floor in the studio, which I hope in the future we're going to use a lot more. Guys, really, if you're in Phuket or somewhere here, please come and visit us. And we have a studio. We can sit here next to each other and have a delightful talk. Rebecca is now going to a 2nd floor gym, one of the bedrooms which we changed into a gym for her. And yeah, so she was sleeping a bit late, and then when she woke up, I'm gone, and she doesn't know where I am, and that's why she called. So 8th of December, I hope to see you guys there. There's no entrance fee, there's nothing like that. There's no, as far as I know, any speeches or anything. Contact Anita if you want more details. If you can, just tell her where you're coming and how many people you're bringing with you. Children, of course, are welcome there, but it is more a grown-up type of thing as far as I know. And it will go on as long as people are there. I don't know, it can go on for an hour, it can go on for 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. Man, I don't know. I'm there, that's all I do that day. In the afternoon and evening anyway. And then on the 9th, I believe we're leaving Pretoria and we're going to Sandton, where we've got a lovely Airbnb. And from there on the 10th, I will drop off Rebecca at the airport. We can fly back to Thailand. The mom and the kids are here at that stage. And then I'll travel further to Ermelo, where we're seeing the 3-1 battalion, the Bushman guys, Rekkie. We're seeing a guy there where Jack Greef said he will also come and just shake hands. But again, if you guys are in Ermelo and you want to come and greet, man, you're welcome. Really, wherever we are, you know where we are. I'll put the list in here again. It is fairly certain where we're going to be because, we booked the Airbnbs. And always an open door for you. I must tell you, for me, Legacy, man, it's been a journey. I don't think we're going to do anything else in the future. I think that it has sort of become our life now. And I'm very glad to report to you that it's also become a place to go to. It seems that when the professors and the learned people and the documentary makers, and even foreign armies, NATO armies in particular, when they need assistance or they need to get to the money, that is where they come. They come here. I've never expected this. I'm very humbled by it. I always tell you the joke, that when I had that dream, that vision, call it what you want, to do this, my first reaction was rather negative. And I said to the Lord, I have to tell you that I'm from the police, from the SAP force, not the slapter service. And we don't really like the army that much. And to be honest, I don't like us either. There's no real respect there. At a certain level, at other levels, great respect actually. It's a bit of a joke this, and I thought I'll never be able to penetrate the army. I'll never be able to get SRV and CNs to speak to us. I mean, this is just not possible. I can't even get the SAP to speak to us. How will I get the army to speak to us? Do you know, we get letters from very senior officers, from foreign militaries, and dignitaries almost, ambassadors. People would say to me, we cannot believe the quality of men, the quality of service, the quality of operations, the quality of the weapons, of the support, of logistics. We cannot believe what we're seeing. This is fantastic. We want to speak to these people. Bingo. So General Bowman was right when he said to me, Koos, ons is nie hier jy mense nie. Quite right. You guys were fantastic. Nothing to be ashamed of. Come and speak to us. Talk to me. Let us get our story out there and screw with Takara and liberals and whoever else is trying to break us down. We didn't lose the battle. We did the right thing in 94. We did the right thing in 95, 96 when de Klerk apologized. That's my opinion. But we were not done the right thing too, in my opinion. And I think the time has come for us to tell our stories, and we will get the respect which we deserve, one way or another. If we don't get it from the other side, we will get it from others. And we will definitely get it from ourselves. And that's my long story. God bless until we meet again, and hopefully we do actually meet. I'm looking forward to shaking your hand.